I told them I was going to be doing this, they really kind of couldn't believe it. But the fact of the matter is, I'm going to be talking about something different here on the channel, not in replace of everything else that I'm already sharing with you all, but I'm going to be adding to it now. And here's some context, right? So I was married for 12 years, 9 months, and 29 days to the most amazing woman on the planet. And she passed this previous summer. And so having to navigate the world now as a solo dad, newly single man again, building businesses and getting my own life together, like learning to re-regulate my nervous system myself, it's all been a journey. And so in this time, right, like I've never really spoken about my relationship. I've never really spoken about relationships in general here on the channel, but that's about to change, and here's why. I've had friends and people I associate myself with, they've sent me different content from just what's out there, right? How to talk to women, what to say, what not to say, how to show up, and all this stuff. And so I went down that rabbit hole just a little bit, right? And for research purposes. And I've noticed something. Dating today, completely broken. And it really speaks to why people are having the experiences that they're having in dating and relationships. And from what I've noticed is because everybody's playing defense and nobody's showing up authentically. Granted, people have always had their traumas, they've always had their insecurities. But in today's culture, where this sort of influencer-esque energy is all over social media, online dating, it makes it difficult for people to want to show up as their authentic self because they feel like they have to put on, right? Notice, I think I said it, everybody's out here playing defense. People don't want to be hurt. They don't want to be lied to. They don't want to be made fools of. So they're saying they're bringing who and what they are, right? They're saying that they're bringing their authentic self. But everything is about maintaining power. Everything is about maintaining control. Everything is about not looking too desperate, not wanting to chase anybody. And I understand it, right? I get it. You don't want to put your energy where it's not going to be reciprocated. That makes perfect sense. But in all that they're talking about and all that a lot of people are saying, a lot of the advice, a lot of the information is geared toward building short-term connection. For the guys, a lot of the information is basically how to get the woman today, how to get the woman tonight, get her to respond to you today, right? Make her want you now, get her to miss you now. There's nothing there about building a foundation with somebody, about building a life, building a future. And I get it. You may not be into that. And if that's not for you, then this isn't going to be for you, right? Because in my time being with my wife, one of the things I've learned and one of the things I would share with people throughout the years are those things that I have found that make a beautiful, healthy, long-lasting relationship. So if that's not your deal, I get it. If you're just out to have a fun time, not a long time, right? No harm, no foul, no judgment from me. Do your thing. But for those of us who are looking for something deeper, for the individuals who are tired of, running the rat wheel of, meeting somebody and first date and just things not working out because the connections are shallow. If you want to move with intent, right? If you're actually looking to build with somebody, if you want to know how to show up fully and how to, I don't want to say prevent yourself from being hurt, but from not being hurt when it inevitably does arise. I've learned there are different ways you can be in the world that will minimize that discomfort, right? But that'll be all stuff I get into. I just wanted to put this out sort of as a notice to all you jokers and course sellers out there that are pitching men in particular on this way of being in life that doesn't lead to fulfillment. Yeah, it may feel good tonight. It may feel good this week, right? Like you have all this attention about yourself, but at the end of the day, who are you really? Is this woman you're pursuing actually seeing you for who you are? Or is she only falling for your game? Because here's another thing. If you're playing the dating game, you've already lost. Relationships aren't a game. Building connection, building with somebody else, just relating to other people is not a game. Yes, there are psychological elements. Yes, there are different layers of the connections that do develop. None of them involve playing. So when I say don't sit here and play in my face, that's what I mean, right? I show up as myself everywhere I go. It doesn't matter what's happening in my life. I am me through and through. And one of the things that I believe guys are being taught, again, guys in particular, I can only speak to the population of which I'm a part of. You feel me? One of the things I feel like that they're being shown, again, is how to get attention, how to get the girl, right? If she does this, you say that, right? If she doesn't do this, you don't say that. Or if you text her and it takes her 58 minutes to get back to you, you cut her, like, nonsense, right? It's not geared toward actually having a solid conversation. Even if you do have a solid mouthpiece, right? Pause. Even if your word game is tight, after you get her, then what? What are you going to talk about when the game is done? This is what I mean when I say it's not like all of the relationship and dating advice is not geared toward building anything long term, because after you get them, then what do you do with them? At that point, you have nothing else to offer because you've won the game, but you have nowhere else to go after that. And you can only play but so long. Eventually, life, time is going to catch up with you, and you're going to want to do something different. And unless you build the inner framework, unless you build the inner structure that can support that way of being, you're going to remain unfulfilled, and you're going to believe something's wrong with you. And this is going to be subconscious, right? Subconsciously, you're going to believe something's wrong with you because you're doing what used to bring you pleasure. You're doing what you used to enjoy, and now the enjoyment's gone. So because the enjoyment's gone, there must be an issue. There must be a problem. Fact of the matter is, when you build yourself up, when you build your own internal world first, then you have something to bring. You have something of depth to offer. And again, a lot of people may not be out for it. It is what it is. But if that is something you're looking for, you're going to want to stick around. Because, there's a lot of stuff I see. I'm not going to say I don't like it, but it ain't helping, y'all. It's not helping at all.